Welcome to the Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire. All right, what up? Welcome to the Waiver Wire, where fantasy players become fantasy legends, and we are bringing you two a days. Two a weeks.
Not real easy this morning.
No,
man, I didn't want to get up.
You know, I feel for Skip and Shannon and all those guys. You know, being an analyst is tough, but
they don't have to work at night.
Well, whatever. You know, I'm sure they go. Dannon, they definitely go work waiting table jobs after they.
Oh, you think?
So, you know,
they go wait tables at night.
They go wait tables at late until the dawn, and then they sleep for like 3 or 4 hours, and then they wake up and they do this. Of course, they do that.
You know, I don't know why I just thought of this, but do you watch SportsCenter a lot?
No.
Oh, well, like Tim Hasselbeck, I've realized lately, he looks stoned as fuck.
I bet they are,
or drunk, or something like.
I bet they're high as a motherfucker. I mean, if you had to wake up super early, they wake up early.
Well, I know that they work at night. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of research, and they have to watch all the games.
Okay, yeah. Give me that life. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Give me that.
Well, that's why. You know what's stupid is though, like I was supposed to on Sunday night and Monday watch all the games, and I didn't.
Well, yeah, but you know,
that's work.
Yeah, it's
fucking work. I gotta
sit
down and watch these games.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
Take notes and shit on them.
No, I don't think that we are definitely not. We're making jokes that we are Skip and Shannon. I don't think that we're on that level. We're just
not yet, Josh.
Fun.
Not yet.
But we'll get there. No, and let's get to it.
Yeah.
So what we did yesterday, we talked about what happened in week 3. We talked about results. We talked about kind of who we saw on the waiver wire, but then usually what happens is Tuesday into Wednesday night, you get that's when you see who made moves on the waiver wire. Right. That's when God damn it, just rule James White out, will you? They just have him as doubtful right now, and I can't put him in my IR, and I can't go pick up other people. It's really annoying
But
me.
they will.
Yeah, he's obviously going to be out.
I'm surprised they didn't put him on IR.
I know, just do it.
It's only 3 games now.
Yeah, but I couldn't do that last night with the waiver wire. I just had to make other moves. But so you got
I got my boy Hunter Renfrow. Little white kid.
Yeah, and that's great. I mean, his targets are crazy. He's scored a double digits all 3 games.
I mean, if he's going to catch 5 balls a game, I mean, I'm not starting him. But
but it's good.
I might put him in there instead of Corey Davis.
Yeah, there might be a week that you might. There could be a moment where you're and a good matchup with a bad team. Right. You might. I got Dawson Knox to try to help me on the tight end front. I think I'm going to start him too.
Good offense.
He's like tight end. I was looking at that this morning. He's like tight end 7 or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's super consistent. He scored like 8 points, 9 points, and then in this last game, he did really well, and he scored, I think.
Got the touchdown.
Yeah. And listen, Buffalo is 8. He's position 8 for the tight ends. And
that's what I always do too. If you guys don't do that at the especially over on the ESPN app, you can pull up the players' position ranks. And so when I'm choosing players to pick up, especially like in the week, I'll go in there and see if anybody's sleeping on a top 20 or top 10.
Sometimes that number can be skewed because somebody will have a big week.
Well, especially early in the season.
But it's in the tight end position, I'll say at this point, since we are all scrambling, because I feel like there's a lot. It's not just me. There's a lot of teams that are scrambling for tight ends.
Honestly, I don't think so, bro. I looked at our league, and because I was going to try to shop Noah Fant, and you were the only one that needed one.
No, what's his name? The guy that you just played, Robert. He has like Austin Hooper, and he just dropped him, and he.
Yeah.
Also, the Big Fat Dogs, the guy who's in last place now, the 0-3 team. His tight end is kind of streaming too.
Conklin.
Yeah, so I think that here's the thing. Even TJ Hawkinson, your boy, he only got 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen
for everybody but motherfucking Travis Kelce.
Everybody but Kelce.
And so that's the thing. So it's like, fuck, man, he really is so valuable. Even did Darren Waller have a bad
10?
game?
I think he got 10 points.
Saying Travis Kelce ain't gonna give you 10.
Right. No.
I don't.
Kelsey's catching a touchdown every fucking week almost. I mean,
yeah,
and especially if teams are gonna try to take away Tyreek Hill. He's gonna have more. Anyways, yeah, you're right.
Even if you try to take away Tyreek Hill, even if that, so that means in my mind, KC could be behind now that means instead of running the ball, they are. We're just going to pound you with little 10-yard Travis Kelce routes again and again and again, and he gets the catches. If it's,
Well, maybe they'll dump it off to your boy.
please,
Starting him
please.
this week?
I do not believe so. I do not believe so. But my lineup is very fluid right now. I really don't know what to do. I need to see what's going to happen with Josh Jacobs. If Josh Jacobs doesn't play, I think it's probably the best play to just go with the two of them. But I don't know. I might get crazy. I might put Javonte Williams in there. They play Baltimore. And I don't think Baltimore's defense has done very well. And if I have been sleeping on Denver, maybe this is the game that Javonte.
Do you know that you know what Denver's opponent's record is?
It's bad.
The three teams that they beat.
It's got to be bad.
0-9.
Oh shit.
So I don't know that you're necessarily sleeping on Denver as much as maybe they've just been playing not so good teams.
Well, I don't.
I think they're good, but I'm
not like a hater on them. I don't think they're a bad team. Obviously, their defense is much better, and I think Teddy Bridgewater is a service. He's better to me than Tyrod Taylor. He's better than Taylor Heineke. He's better than Fitzpatrick. If you're bringing him in as like a backup that now is going to kind of start until you find the next guy, I don't hate it at all. Yeah. Who else kind of made moves in our waiver wire? Did you see anything? Oh, I saw the Turkish guy picked up James Conner, son of a bitch.
And then Sam picked up Josh Gordon.
Yeah, he picked up Josh Gordon.
Good move, Sam.
I don't want to touch that.
Good one. No,
I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch
him.
that.
You probably can't even put him on the IR slot.
I don't know. And then
he's a practice squad guy.
Oh, and then Sam picked up Mike Gesicki. So
that's right. I did see that he did that.
All my guys.
Did you try to get him?
No, I wanted Dawson
Knox.
Okay. I wanted Dawson Knox. So that was the only one I put out for the tight ends. And,
the other league I
Hardman.
I picked up Chuba Hubbard in the other league. Cost me $100.
You got Chuba Hubbard? Wow.
I put 101 on him.
I can't believe he was out there.
I couldn't either.
Lots of people drafted him.
In that league, we only have one running back slot, so it's not as valuable.
I see. Yeah, it's not as valuable. And honestly, I should have thought about that. It's maybe not as valuable. You shouldn't say, but see, here's the thing about running backs. It's not as valuable at the beginning. But as we get into the season and you lose running backs, like if any of the top teams right now have a major Christian McCaffrey going down,
which is why I didn't mind spending the money on him because what's the chances McCaffrey's going to get hurt again?
Good. And Dalvin Cook and
and Madison.
Anytime that you have an injury to one of these top running backs, just know that's going to be a nagging injury for the rest of the time.
And we have an extra game.
Yeah, but I put an extra flex position in there. I should have thought about the receivers. I should have drafted more receivers. But I'm making moves, and I'm coming back. The comeback kid. I'm going to change my team's name.
He's going to have to come back from 1-3, though.
No. I'm going to be nice and 2-2 this week. Josh Allen's playing Houston, and you've got Houston winning the Super Bowl. So no.
Tyrod got hurt, bro.
Oh, so with Davis,
he's not MVP candidate Davis Mills.
True. I'm hoping we just contain the beast. Just contain the beast for me.
I don't know, bro. Brady's it's balls. Week 4. Offenses have now had 3 games together. You will start seeing. You saw better play.
You can see, but they can't see. But you can see who I circled there on Houston Buffalo. You can see even with the points. Is it
still 17.5? I can't even find
16,
it.
16.5. I think Buffalo wins, and I think they win big. But we play each other this week, so I need you to not listen to any of my strategy and tell me all the right things.
It's over now.
Do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna give you all the wrong advice.
Yeah, please.
All right, are we gonna start?
Yeah, let's start it up.
Right.
So then Thursday night game is going to be Jacksonville at Cincinnati. Jacksonville not look too good, apart from a 109-yard kick return. I don't know what that was called. Yeah.
What do you call that?
Is that a
failed field goal return, or is that
a punt?
That's what I was thinking. Would it be considered just a punt?
It's probably a punt. Well, but he kicked it. Right. I wonder if it's a kick return that is listed as a kick return.
I did. That's kind of. I never thought about it. I wonder what that was called.
I don't know.
We'll have to find that.
Yeah, look it up. Yeah. Look it up. But I think Cincinnati wins this. They're a 7.5 point favorite. I think they even cover those points.
T. Higgins is still banged up. If watches practice, availability this week, if he's practicing, I think that you could start him.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely start Jamar Chase.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You probably start Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, start Mixon.
Yeah.
You could even start Burrow.
Yeah.
If he's going to throw it that much and they're going to be a really good offense like this.
I'm a fan of Cincinnati. I think they look good. I think
Jacksonville, Robinson, start him. Other than that, maybe Marvin
I don't know.
Jones
I don't
Jr.?
know. I smell, and this is a Thursday night game, so Jacksonville had less time to get ready. I smell a beatdown.
You know what's funny?
I smell
Remember when Thursday night games started? Like there were really defensive struggles and shit like that, and like now it seems like they're just this offensive fucking.
Well, it seems like it's pretty one-sided. It seems like one team shows up and is like, "We're gonna beat the fuck out of you tonight," like that, or at least that's how it was last week.
We can all get. I'm gonna take. Shit. You're taking Cincy in the points.
Yeah, I still think they cover that 7.5. I think they win. I think they win by at least 10.
Yeah,
so.
I go Cincy in the points too.
Yeah, so then we go into the day games, and the first one I listed on there is Houston at Buffalo, because this is where I need Houston to step up for me and just hold Josh Allen.
Well, you can run on the Texans.
All right, go Devin Singletary. I'm not going to start Devin Singletary, even though it is
also
Houston.
do against. You can throw on them too.
Oh shit. It's true.
Nah, come on. The Texans are tough.
Nah,
if we're going, Buffalo's going to win the game, but I would take Houston in those 16.
I know. I hear you. I circled it.
It's too big of a number.
Just
Holy
to be,
shit,
just to
bro.
be fun. I just wanted to go with it, just because I think they're going to beat us down pretty bad. Then we go Washington.
Hold on. We got to talk about the players. Houston, you're starting Cooks. Anybody else?
I don't know. Buffalo's defense is really good.
Yeah, but Cooks has been putting up consistent numbers.
But I'm just saying,
the only one they have to throw it to.
I'd be nervous.
I might be nervous,
nervous.
Can you really bench Cooks this week?
Sure, if you have other options.
Yeah, I guess that does depend on.
Yeah. Anyways,
but nobody else in Houston is a viable starter.
Buffalo, start them all. I mean, start Cole Beasley.
Start Cole Beasley. Start Diggs. I know that he's had a rough year so far, but
but that's
any time that's
going to break open.
Right?
That's going to break.
You don't want
open.
to see him score 35 points on your bench.
Yeah.
Obviously, starting Josh Allen. What about the running backs?
I'm not going to start Devin Singletary. I'm going to just feel it out. I'm not dropping him by any means.
Feel comfortable starting Moss this week?
Houston's bad. Yeah. I might, especially if you needed it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
in a pinch, if you got some injuries,
and then maybe what about Emmanuel Sanders?
He had a good week, but I wouldn't start him.
But you're going to start Knox.
I'm going to start Dawson Knox because I am in trouble.
Right, you need it.
Because I am.
And there's a bunch of people out there that are
grasping at straws because it is that, or I have Evan Ingram, hoping that maybe turns around. Oh, I'm going to cry. And then so let's go on to that's pretty much
Washington
it.
and Atlanta.
Are you taking Houston because of the points?
Buffalo's going to win the game. So if we're just picking pick'ems, I'll take Buffalo. But but
this is from mybookie.com.
From mybookie.com, I'm taking Houston in those points, man. Shit.
Yeah, I understand. And then Washington at Atlanta. I don't think this is going to be a good game either. God damn it, Red Zone. Listen to me right now. Brought to you by Red Zone.
Is this the one they're going to go?
Yeah,
to?
don't show me this.
They would say,
I don't need this. I don't need Detroit.
Maybe they
Chicago.
just like Atlanta.
I don't know. Yeah, they love to show Matt Ryan failing. They're like, look at Matt Ryan.
Look at this
he really
guy.
sucks.
He's amazing.
And because of Matt Ryan sucking, I'm taking Washington on the road. They're a 1.5 point favorite on the road.
I'm gonna take the home dog. Washington's defense is not as good as we thought it was.
I know, but the Washington offense is good. They've played some hard games. They've had some hard matchups, and now this is an easier matchup. Atlanta's defense is doo-doo.
Yeah.
I think
maybe a high-scoring game. Good fantasy
could be a high-scoring
which means
game.
it'll probably be like 14-10.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So he's starting from Washington.
I'm starting McLaurin. I'm starting Antonio Gibson.
Yep.
I'm starting Logan Thomas if you have him.
Yep.
Why not?
Heineke?
No.
If you're in a 2-quarterback league, or if you're in a 1-quarterback league, I don't know why you would need Heineke.
Nah, but he hasn't proven that yet. He hasn't. You
would
need to see like 2 more weeks in a row of like 25 to 30 point games fantasy wise.
But if we're talking about
like,
Atlanta's shitty defense,
yeah,
I don't think I would be super uncomfortable.
Yeah, but like you said, they're at home, so
yeah.
I mean,
I'm just saying, if you had to play Heineke, I don't think that I wouldn't
terrible,
be
I guess.
super nervous
terrible.
about it.
No, not.
But I'm gonna take Atlanta and the points.
All right. Well, it's only 1.5, and I think Washington can do it. I think they can do it. This is the week where they got to go 2-2.
We should probably do Atlanta too. Who are you starting from Atlanta?
Calvin Ridley,
Pitts. Kind of have to.
If you drafted him high, then I think you kind of have to go ahead and have to.
I mean, eventually
that's going to break open too.
He'll get better as the year.
And the
goes
Washington
on.
defense is bad, so that could go well.
Matt Ryan.
No,
Mike Davis.
No, but Cordell Patterson. I guess if you have him,
I'd probably start either one of those running backs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about
Davis getting the ball.
Mike Davis hasn't been getting the ball. I think he had a bad week this week too. But
I haven't really been.
Cordell Patterson.
He hasn't been doing
16
enough to
points,
make me notice.
Yeah, but again, red zone. Please don't show me this game. Detroit at Chicago. Don't again.
Would you rather see that one?
No. Again, red zone. Anything else? Just scroll through the rest of these games that are all good during the day.
Yeah, or Indy and Miami. There's some shit games this week.
I would rather see Indy and Miami than those other two games.
Probably,
than fucking
maybe.
Detroit at Chicago.
Oh,
the only thing is,
I want to see what
I am
Fields
taking
does.
Detroit. I am taking Detroit on the road.
And the Chicago's
a 3-point favorite. I don't know if they saw Justin Fields.
I'll take Detroit and the points.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, especially with that doo-doo ass Justin Fields, that was terrible.
And Detroit's again, like you
They're
said,
not
they're
that bad.
playing. They're kind of more like the Texans, like they're not great, but
Yeah.
they play hard. Whatever the coaches are doing.
Yeah.
And that's where we were talking about earlier about how coaching, like, I think that's one of the main spots, especially with these athletes, is to get them all to buy in. It doesn't even matter what you're preaching. If you can get them all to buy in, they play better.
But I think at the professional level, and I'm just speaking totally out of my asshole. I think that when they're grown men in there, I think they motivate each other more than the coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but how do you speak to these shitty teams that are playing hard? Because I forget who says it. It's what you can't. God damn it. I don't know.
Well, Dan Campbell was a former tight end, right?
I don't know. He's a big motherfucker.
Yeah, I think he was a tight end, and he used to play. He's a fiery dude. I'm with you. There is something to be said about a young coach or a new coach, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan coming in, kind of changing the culture. But
getting them to play for you,
yeah. But I mean, people are like,
effort. I think that's what it is. You can't.
I love Andy Reid. I'll play for Andy Reid. I can't imagine that fucking big marshmallow man standing up there saying something, and those guys being like, "Yeah, I think he gets up there and they're like,
well, maybe and maybe in his case, it's you want to play well for your dad or grandpa or whatever. The fuck
maybe." Well, are you starting any? I mean, I'm not starting any Bears. I'm dropping all the Bears.
I would not confidently start Bears, but how do you not start Montgomery, man?
Yeah, I mean, I guess because
he would probably be the only one that I would
Isn't it
start.
funny? I forget about him.
But
I forget about him constantly.
would be fucking super nervous.
I would not want to start Allen Robinson because I think Detroit comes in and plays well. They want to get a win. You can tell.
So, yeah.
They don't like that they're 0-3. They want to,
and
fix
they've been playing well enough to get a win.
They lost the first game on a last-minute field goal.
They lost the last game on a last-minute field goal.
So I think Detroit goes in and wins. I would start Hawkinson, obviously. I would start DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
I would start Jared Goff.
Yeah,
he had a subpar week last week, but Chicago's defense hasn't
been scary. They're good.
I don't know. Okay, now I take it back. Now I'm backpedaling on Jared Goff. But
yeah, I mean, Goff would probably be in that same range as Heineke.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
Like play him if you need him.
I don't want to watch this game. Please don't show me. Carolina at Dallas. This should be a good game.
Yeah. I have Carolina's defense, and I don't know if I want to start them.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I'm gonna.
Dallas's offense, and they're a 5-point favorite at home. Dallas is. I'm taking Carolina, especially because I think 5 is a little high. I think it'll be a closer game than that. I think it'll come down to the wire.
That is a good point.
So, if for betting wise, I think that's why I circle Carolina. I also am not going to circle the Dallas Cowgirls name because fuck them.
You're not taking the Cowboys.
Brought to you by Jerry Jones. But I'm not sold on Dallas
Jerry
yet either.
Jones was cool, man. I liked him. He was nice.
No, and as far as
And
owners
his son
go,
was really cool too.
that's what you want.
Yeah.
He's the Jaguars owner who's off getting sucked off by that harem.
He's involved.
Jerry Jones is like
Is
watching
he still the GM?
college football.
Did he give that shit up?
I think him and his son do it.
Okay.
I think he's still involved. I don't think he's the GM. But I think his son is. But either way, that family's involved. You want even Robert Kraft. Come on, Robert Kraft doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He's again getting his dick sucked by fucking masseuses, hugging him, calling him by name, kissing him on the lips.
He was on Epstein Island.
Yeah, fuck yeah, he was. But he doesn't care. He's not down there asking who we make trades for. And I love Jerry Jones for that, but I hate the Cowgirls. But you're obviously going to start Amari. You're going to start CeeDee Lamb. You're going to start Zeke.
Yeah.
Shit.
Dak.
Tony Pollard has had good weeks in a row.
Yeah, and they want to give him the ball.
Fantasy wise, I don't know what it looks like. I haven't really watched that. But when I look up, because I always seem to be working when Dallas is playing. But when I look up and I watch Dallas running the ball, it goes Zeke. Yeah, that looked good, but Tony Pollard looks fast.
Explosive.
He gets positive yards. They like running with him too.
So
yeah,
like
it's
you
not,
do want to pound the
it's
ball.
not
with
like
Dak,
they're all
or
Zeke.
with Zeke, but
yeah.
Well, Zeke's going to be them in between the tackles runners. Probably he's going to get a lot of those carries. And
yeah,
then,
but they kind of go back and forth. It's very interesting. Very interesting. If you had Tony Pollard, I would play him, and I don't know what he's been doing fantasy wise. I need to
he's
look
a
it
good
up.
flex
but,
option for
yeah.
sure. Carolina.
I'm starting DJ Moore. I'm
Yep.
starting Chuba Hubbard.
Yep.
Because of Dallas's defense has not done great against the run.
About Darnold.
No,
Nah,
is another one of those.
He's in that same Goff and Heineke.
Which is funny because I went with all road teams there of those quarterbacks that we're talking about, but I'm not confident in them fantasy wise. But I'm confident that all three of those teams could win on the road. Carolina could definitely win on the road. That would be crazy if they went 4-0. I think.
What about Robbie Anderson?
He had a bad week, but maybe it gets better.
So I'd be curious. So this would be one of the ones because Diggs, the Cowboys cornerback, has been playing fucking lights out. I think he's got an interception in every game this year. So if this would be one of those matchups to see, go read Mike Clay's piece and see if Diggs will follow around DJ Moore.
I would assume
or if
that's
he'll
who
be
he's
covering Robbie Anderson. Because if he covers Robbie Anderson, I would absolutely not start him. But if he follows DJ Moore around, he might have a breakout game because of that reason.
But
you know what I'm saying?
In that concept of that you put your best corner on their best guy, you hope I now have freed up a safety to help the other guy.
True.
Now I hear you, but Robbie Anderson is basically just
I guess the point
a
would be
deep
that
threat.
then Robbie Anderson would actually get looks. Right now, Darnold's not even looking at him.
Yeah, well,
he didn't even.
He got one catch in the last game.
He's like
so.
He's like Robert Woods.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Carolina.
God,
I'm taking Carolina in the points
just fucking throw a knife at me, bro.
well, you know.
Jesus.
Hopefully not
Woods.
this week.
You put a C on his chest, Sean McVay.
Throw it to Cooper Kupp for
Have
one
a
more week.
conversation about how it's not cool in this day and age to not look this way. This is racist as fuck. You guys might as well be playing with your fucking Klan helmets on because you only want to throw to the white guy.
But do one
Hook
more
a brother
week.
up.
One more week of
Jesus,
this. I just want one more week.
No. This week is Robert Woods' week. So then we'll go Indiana at Miami. Not in Indiana.
Indianapolis.
The Indiana Colts, just representing the state of Indiana.
Well, that's all we got, man.
Well, I think they do. Yeah, I think as I'm saying this, I think that is truly how
is.
Indiana's like. No, that is how we feel.
Yeah. We have they had the Colts and the Pacers. Who would you?
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
So that's why I always rooted for all the Chicago teams.
This is going to be a bad game. It's Jacoby Brissett versus the Pirate, the CW2
diet, baby.
Yeah, get on that CW2 diet.
Get on that, man. Give us a call. This is brought to you by.
He still gets paid.
Yeah.
So if you like getting paid to just be in rehab and like chilling and doing physical therapy all the time, talk to Carson Wentz.
And he's really good at healing. It seems like he comes back fast.
Yeah, he
gets hurt again.
Yeah,
real
he
quick.
goes right back out.
But he heals quickly.
Maybe that's
and
part of the
good.
diet. It's part of the diet.
It's part. Yeah,
I'm going to take Jacoby Brissett at home. They're a 1.5 point favorite. They really hung in there with the Vegas last week.
Yeah, and I think we did get it wrong. I think Miami made the comeback.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look. I can't remember. Yeah. But Indianapolis, they just look bad.
They look like shit.
He looks bad. Carson Wentz looks bad. Even people that you would want, like Michael Pittman, I know he had a good week too. I don't really know what he did this week, but I can't assume it was good as bad as their offense.
I don't think
did.
I would confidently start any of the Colts.
Did Jonathan Taylor do okay?
No, because it's more of a back by committee. Like they're giving Naeem Hines run.
Yeah, and they're bringing Marlon Mack out there every now and then.
And they're just not good.
They're not good.
And they're not scoring points.
And their defense that I used to trust in their defense, not anymore. I'm
gonna take
that.
Miami too.
Yeah.
They're getting points.
Yeah, 1.5. I think because they see that Miami has improved. They are better. The Jalen Waddle, the Myles Gaskin is actually not that bad of a running back, and so they actually have a okay.
Oh no,
offense.
Miami's giving up points. I'm sorry.
What?
Miami's favored.
Oh yeah. Miami's favored 1.5. Yeah,
Gotcha.
But I still like Miami.
Yeah, I would
that.
still take Miami.
So I'm
not confidently starting any Colts, although I don't see how you can't start Jonathan Taylor. I don't even think it would be a bad idea to start Naeem Hines if you need a flex play. Or
I'm nervous about that though.
I would be nervous also. I don't like those options, but
I'm starting Jalen Waddle again.
Yeah,
he's done great.
They're gonna,
he's checking down to
I
him
think
like
that's
crazy.
It might be Jacoby Jones' guy or
Jacoby Brissett's guy. Checking down to him like crazy.
Yeah.
He also I mean, it was a hunch that I had going into the season. I'm a genius, the comeback kid. I'm going to change my team name to 28-3. Because I am the New England Patriots, and me and Tom Brady are not panicking. We're just sitting there. I'm waiting for Julian Edelman to scoop this shit up off the ground. And you might be the Julian Edelman week. I might pull off a miracle this week. Josh Allen go off.
I think you gotta go down a little bit more to be 28-3 than just being 1-2.
All right. I like it.
Or 0-2.
All right. So you're trying to talk me into how losing this week would be good.
It would be better for your legacy.
It's not going to happen.
You know, like that would be way more impressive.
It's not going to happen. I'm going 2-2.
I'm just saying, it would be way more impressive to come back from 1-3.
Are you starting Will Fuller?
No,
he had a fucking average ass game, and
I'm not starting Will Fuller until I see something from him. And really, I just don't trust.
Devontae Parker is thrown to maybe that he splits with Jalen Waddle, but Devontae Parker for whatever reason just hasn't had a really good game. Yeah. He's still floating around there, probably in your waiver wire.
He's just always been the same.
Yeah, you're just not really sold on him. He'll have games. There will be those random games where he scores a couple touchdowns, and you're like, "Whoa, look at all the points he scored." But I wouldn't be confident in him.
Gesicki, you could probably start if you're struggling at tight end.
I can't root for that because I drafted him and then I dropped him so early.
I'm not saying root for it, but
now
if you're looking for a fantasy options, and since that's what we're here
for. He's going to break his leg. So then Cleveland at Minnesota. This was a tough pick for me.
Cleveland's favored by 2, huh? At Minnesota?
Yeah.
I'm taking Minnesota, too.
I am, too. Yeah, I took Minnesota. Minnesota's offense has looked good, and Cleveland...
Time for him to get a win.
Yeah, Cleveland has been kind of riding high, feeling good about themselves, I feel like. But they feel like they came out week 1, and they gave a good shot at Kansas City. Yeah, they lost, but then they've strung off 2 wins. I could see Cleveland kind of sleeping on this game and kind of getting whooped a little bit. Baker Mayfield is not impervious to having some bad fucking interception games, so I could see that happening for sure. But as far as fantasy, I'm starting. I might even. Cleveland's defense is all right, so KJ Osborne might be where I draw the line. But I am doing Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. Yep. I'm starting Dalvin Cooks if he comes back. If not, I'm doing Madison. Yep. I'm even starting Kirk Cousins if you really want to.
Kirk Cousins is a top 5 quarterback so far.
You're starting Odell because Minnesota's defense does give up points. And
Odell's second week back, he should be getting more into shape.
He looks good. He looks good in week 1.
I heard that he was breathing, like he had to take more breaks and stuff.
Yeah,
getting tired and whatnot.
But he still has the hands,
and Landry
still gets separation.
Landry's supposed to come back.
He's on the IR for at least 3 weeks.
Okay, so he's on that. Yeah. So then, definitely start him.
And then Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
Chubb and Hunt, probably not Baker.
Should be a good game though. Should be one of the better games of the week.
High scoring game.
Yeah, and then so we go Giants at New Orleans. New Orleans is an 8-point favorite, and that's just because we all disrespect the New York Giants.
The Giants.
They suck that bad, and I'm doing it.
It's a big number too.
I know, and it's a big number, but Jameis. This is
Jameis's shit week.
I don't know.
According to your theory, this is.
Yes, you're right. It's almost like you have to feel it in the air. Like I don't know what it is about this week, but I just feel like Jameis is like, yeah, you know what? And he historically he starts off hot. His bad weeks are towards the end of the year. So with that in mind, I am going to say, and the Giants are so bad. Let's be real. The Giants are so
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
starting
like that number.
I'm not starting nobody on the Giants.
I'm not starting.
I don't even want to start Saquon Barkley.
I think you start Barkley.
Yeah, you have to because he was your first pick and you're an
Galladay
idiot.
now. Well, Sterling Shepard's hurt. So they
Yeah,
gotta throw the ball.
he's still questionable right now. They haven't listed him as out, so I have him in another league, and it
One of these, I don't know. I wouldn't confidently, but if you need someone, Galladay.
Hey, Evan Ingram, get it back together, man. I'm gonna hold on to you and let's see what's gonna happen. I got a theory that you're gonna be great on this shitty fucking team.
You gotta start Barkley if you got him.
Saints wise, you're starting Kamara, and I think that's about it. The rest of the Saints have not proven fantasy-wise that you can trust it. Marquez Callaway finally caught a touchdown, but who gives a fuck?
Uh-huh.
Adam Troutman was supposed to be this tight end breakout that has not been. They don't have a receiver that can be I can trust at all. And with that being said, I'm taking them at home as an 8-point favorite.
I'm going to take the Giants in the points.
I think it's because of that 8 points, and I understand, but
I don't like that number.
Giants suck, so that's the moral of the story. Tennessee at the New York Jets. They're a 7.5-point favorite on the road. Tennessee is, and I understand why, because the Jets have looked terrible
Absolutely
2 weeks in a row.
Dog shit.
And Tennessee needs this win. They can't lose to bad teams. They've already lost to the good teams that they've played. So if they're going to come back and win this division and be strong, and
I think that it sets up, and I could be wrong, but from my recollection, the Jets have a decent secondary, but they're not real good against the run. So it's game plan sets up real nice.
I wonder what Tennessee should do. I wonder what Tennessee should do every single fucking week.
Right?
Honestly, I think that
so you say start Derrick Henry.
I'd
then?
say so. I'd
Probably.
say so.
I mean, if you got him.
Again, he's a lot of the reason that I feel like my year got fucked up. I was so dead set that was going to happen for me.
That you were going.
I was going to do that at number 3. I wasn't going to do Najee Harris. I was going to do Derrick Henry. It was. I had it clicked in my little. It was like my.
Queue.
I was ready to go, and he took him number 1, and it all fell apart. But
and you know what? In hindsight, he wasn't wrong.
No, he's not.
Unless he could take Kelsey. But
look at fucking who Derrick Henry is. He's a man child.
Fucking beast.
And these are perfect games for Derrick Henry. He's going to score a lot.
I don't like that number,
AJ
but
Brown,
I'm going to take Tennessee.
AJ Brown is out, so obviously you're going to start Julio Jones because I think he's going to have a much better game.
Probably nervous about anybody else.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything else on Tennessee.
Jets.
You could do your boy if you want.
He's still in my lineup. I'm questioning.
No.
I might put in Renfro.
If anybody's gonna score,
Tennessee,
if anybody's gonna score on the Jets, it's gonna be him.
Yeah, but if you look at the Tennessee fantasy point wise, is 30th for against wide receivers. So
defensively, I think you're right. I think he could at least get catches. I think
it'll
right.
be a little bit better than last week.
Yeah. But yeah, the Jets have looked bad. I'm still taking, even with 7.5, which is big. I still think Tennessee wins by that much. The Jets have looked terrible. Yep. Kansas City at Philadelphia. I think Kansas City gets it back this week. Philly had a rough week against Dallas. I don't know if they're ready for this because I think Kansas City's pissed. I think that they don't like the fact that they're 1-2. They don't like everybody talking this shit. I think Travis Kelce has a monster game. I think Tyreek Hill has a great game. Philly's secondary is not. They're young and they're not ready for this.
They certainly better win this fucking game.
If Dak can here's my football math.
Yeah.
If Dak can light you up,
that's what I was just
Patrick
thinking.
Mahomes
If the Dallas offense can do that, so can KC.
Yeah. So I'm starting all Kansas City.
I'm gonna still take Philly in the points.
Oh,
home dogs, bro.
No,
home dogs.
Man. No, this
home
is
dogs.
This
You
is
take them. That's a big number on the road.
This is a beat down. This is a beat. This is a game where we start to question Jalen Hurts because I think in this last game it wasn't necessarily his fault, but you kind of get to that point where it's like, is he an
KC's
NFL
defense
quarterback?
Scares you?
No, but this is a win by a lot. I smell lots of points out of KC. They are from years past. This is like the Golden State Warriors of the fucking NFL. Yeah. In years past, if you thump them if you do hit them in the mouth,
come back out.
they come back and they go, okay. You not know that we have the best arm in the league? I love Tom Brady, but that kid's arm is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's better than Aaron Rodgers. It's better than Kyler Murray. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
and
the throws that he can make.
He can score. Dude, in the Super Bowl, in the fucking Super Bowl, the 2 throws that he made as he's falling down and he's hitting Tyreek Hill in the fucking helmet and Tyreek Hill dropped it. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck did I just see? Like, he's unbelievable.
It's the same thing that happened this past week. Like, even though you're looking at him, like, they must not see it coming.
I don't understand. If you're in the wide receiver room right now of the Kansas City Chiefs, you better be there better be like this old coach that's like, as long as you're on this team, you keep your fucking eyes on that boy. He can throw at you from his butthole. He can throw underhand. He can snap it to you. Long snap from where he's at. You look alive, motherfucker. Like, I just want, there's got to be a coach out there that's saying that. And don't not look. Travis Kelce's sitting there nodding. I promise. He's like, no, for real. I always have my eyes on him because he is not looking at me and he'll throw me the ball. You got to look alive. But I Philly wise,
you could start Hurts.
Hurts. I was like, no, Zach Ertz has fallen. How weird is that? That Zach Ertz 2 years ago was a top 3 tight end, and now he is on the waiver wire for good reason. Nobody needs to pick him up. He just I don't know what happened.
But it also is hurting Goddard's because they are still using him.
Yeah, but he's not producing.
Right, but Philly's still using him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it's hurting Goddard's value, so I wouldn't necessarily want to start him.
I would start Devontae Smith, maybe.
Was it Miles Sanders?
Miles Sanders, I'm starting. Yeah. I might think about Kansas City's defense is bad.
Yeah,
and
then Rager maybe.
What
about Devontae Smith for sure?
Devontae Smith for sure. But yeah, I'm interested in some of those Philly wide receivers.
I honestly don't think. Yeah, I think it should be a high scoring game, and I think that. I just
think Kansas City is going to be very high scoring, and it's going to be hard for Philly to keep. It's like a 48-24 win. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, Arizona, and then we go on to the 3:00 games where we're going to go Arizona at the Rams. The Rams are a 4.5-point favorite. This is going to be a great game.
This might be the best.
No, I said great game, not talk, not start some barking. Shut the whore mouth. So I'm taking Arizona on the road. Oh, you got me.
Arizona on the road. Damn, that's a tough one. I'm going to take... Damn. See, this is why I think that they weren't ready for Jacksonville last week, is because they were looking ahead to this game. So they should be super fucking focused. I'm going to still take the Rams.
No, I understand. This was a toss-up for me. I struggled with this one a lot. I'm taking Arizona for selfish reasons. I want things like Christian Kirk to work. I want, I want Arizona to still be this powerhouse that I see in them. And I kind of want the Rams to get knocked off their high horse, Yeah. I think they're due for maybe a lesser game. Yeah. But I could totally see the Rams winning this game. You're starting everybody on all sides. Although a lot of the Arizona, I think you're going to because the Rams defense has looked good. Yeah. So it's going to make you kind of nervous if
but you still got to do it. But you don't have to start.
You're starting Kyler, obviously.
Well, right. You're starting Kyler. You got to start Hopkins.
You got to keep going with Hopkins.
Yeah, probably start Christian Kirk.
Do I? Okay, so
you don't have
that's good advice because I don't know what to do because I'm torn with him.
Again, what does Ramsey do? Does Ramsey shadow or does Ramsey?
And now here's the other side of it. Do I start Robert Woods? Because Robert Woods has not done anything for me in 3 weeks. So at this point, I feel like I got to bench him just because I can't have it happen to me again.
Options?
So would I put Christian Kirk in instead of Robert Woods? Ooh. Because that's where I'm at.
I think man.
I know. I really am not confident starting Robert Woods again. Obviously, you're going to start the Ku Klux Klan that is the Los Angeles Rams, the KKK, the West division is going to continue to go to Cooper Kupp.
We didn't finish Arizona though.
I mean, I think.
What about the running backs?
No. Chase Edmonds. I think if you have Chase Edmonds and I don't know what he's been doing.
I think you can start Edmonds and Connor's getting the goal line work, but I don't like either one of them. I did. You might not have seen this, but I did just pick up AJ Green.
Did you? Mm-hmm. I thought about it. I don't know what's going to happen when they do.
I don't either, but
I don't know
if they start using them more.
Yeah, no, it's a good little.
So
bench.
then Rams, yeah. So then obviously you're going to start Cooper Kupp. You're starting Stafford.
Yeah,
Higbee,
yeah.
Sony Michel if what's his name don't play.
Yeah, but they didn't really rely on the run.
Tampa.
Yeah, I don't know. That would make me nervous.
Okay, flex.
Maybe.
But if
so, you're taking the Rams at home with 4.5.
I'm gonna take Rams at home.
I'm gonna take Arizona.
All right.
And I think and it's probably that and Cleveland, Minnesota is probably some of the best games of the week. Yeah. Other than what Tom Brady's gonna when he puts his dick inside.
I know that's gonna be a good game
in Bill Belichick's mouth.
Might be fun to watch.
So much fun to watch. Seattle, but we'll go in order. Seattle at San Francisco is next. This is a great game too.
Yeah.
Seattle.
The whole NFC West is playing.
Yeah, they're playing each other. 2.5 point favorite at home. San Francisco is. I'm gonna take Seattle. I think San Francisco in that Green Bay game, I think they showed me that they don't always close out the best that they can. They definitely give up big plays, and Seattle is good with big plays. I think Seattle needs a win, so I'm going to take them, and I'm going to just and I'm also thinking that it might be a 1-point game. Yeah, it might be one of those.
Too. This is going to be whoever loses this game might finish last in this division.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
I'm gonna take Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take San Francisco.
Okay. I get it. I mean, they have looked a little bit better than Seattle.
Seattle's banged up.
Just a
Metcalf
little
is hurt. He probably might still play.
Yeah, he still might play.
TJ Lockett's hurt, but
Tyler
probably still. Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett, you start though.
Yeah.
You start.
If they play,
you start
gotta
Chris
start
Carson.
Him. Yes.
You start Russell Wilson.
Yes.
That's about it. You start Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
You start and then I'm out. And then I'm out.
Start Kittle.
Oh, Kittle, yeah. And then I'm out.
Ayuk. So, here's the thing.
You can't trust one of their fucking.
They are right. So whichever running back plays.
Yeah. Okay. Well, unless you're Kyle Shanahan. If you're Kyle Shanahan and you know who to start, your fantasy team is probably killer because you're like, you know,
might want to start. It's supposed to be Sermon,
whatever.
But
for now,
you know they're gonna get hurt in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And then there was something else I was gonna. Oh, and Ayuk.
Did he have a better week 3?
He had a better week 3. Caught a touchdown, but the big thing was he played 80% of the offensive snaps.
All right, so then you might do him too. And Seattle's defense is suspect, so that's a good. That's a good.
I don't know that
too.
I would start him this week, but don't drop him. Hang on.
No. I wouldn't drop him.
He's coming around.
Deebo Samuel, you definitely start.
Yeah, Deebo
I think
for
he's
sure.
going to have a good game.
Yep.
But that's a great game too. Yeah, the whole NFC West is playing each other. That should be great.
Fun.
All at 3:00 too. That's fun. So Baltimore, the 3:00 games are better on the red zone because they have less games to go to.
Yeah.
So you kind of get to focus on them a little more. They're kind of all over the place before, and they're like Atlanta. Then we go Baltimore at Denver. Denver is a 1-point favorite at home, which is interesting because they are 3-0, and you would think they'd maybe give them a little more respect. But I get it. This is going to be a tough game for them. I am going to take Denver because I've been asleep on them, and I think again I'm not high on Baltimore, so I think the Baltimore's defense is exactly what Lamar Jackson can't handle. He cannot handle somebody as big and athletic.
Yeah.
Denver's defense, sorry, as Von Miller and that secondary that goes, okay, not only are we not going to let you're not going to scramble around on us. We're going to take you down, and we're going to force you to throw like short dink and dunk, and you will have no big plays. I think Denver wins this game. Marquis Brown has continually disappointed. He dropped a bunch of balls in this last game. I'm not high on him for fantasy for that exact reason. I think this is a tough matchup for them, Baltimore-wise. I'm not starting any of those running backs. Tyson Williams didn't do anything in this last game.
Yeah, I dropped Latavius Murray. That's who I dropped.
All those running backs are going to struggle. They're not even meant to be there, you know?
Yeah.
Like they had a plan for J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards to be this tandem. And
man, if they were... Those
guys were going to be good. I was going to take J.K. Dobbins. I was going to take Gus Edwards. I thought that was going to be good because I thought Lamar Jackson's going to struggle, and he's definitely going to struggle in this game.
I agree with you. All those points you make. I mean, like I can't. You're not wrong.
You're taking Denver
for some reason. I'm feeling Baltimore.
All right. Well,
I I think it's more. I just don't see. I can't imagine Denver going 4-0.
I know, that's a good point. And Denver's weird. I've slept on them, and I'm not sold on them winning a Super Bowl by any means or their division.
Plus, they did just lose their deep threat.
True.
So that might have a little. I don't know.
We'll see. As far as Denver goes, I'm
Cortland Sutton.
Probably Tim Patrick if you're looking at just somebody who's streaming and doing good.
Probably more in your flex, depending on the size of your
Melvin
league.
Gordon and Javonte Williams. So what we talked about now Zack Moss might get more looks this week in Buffalo because he looked good last week. I think Javonte Williams in this game, that's why I'm struggling with who I should start. Clyde Edwards-Helaire or him. I'm kind of like,
is he getting more and more looks?
Yeah,
because he's a rookie, right?
Last week it went up to even more. Last week he got even more looks.
I would imagine eventually he'll pass. Like he'll end up being.
I think that's what
back.
everyone thinks.
Right.
I think that's what everyone thinks. So
that should be the
struggling.
case.
I'm struggling.
I don't know that I would start him. I don't know that I wouldn't start him confidently this week, but he's going to get work.
Is Clyde Edwards-Helaire going to go off in this Philly game? Possibly. But I think that the more likely,
if I'm going between the two, I'm starting Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I hear
if
you.
it was me. But you know what?
and now see, this might be Inception. You might just be tricking me.
I'm just telling you that.
So, but Denver,
we'll let you think about that.
I don't know. Denver wise, I think you're starting who we said, Cortland Sutton.
He's a top 10.
He didn't last week.
No,
He
but
only
he's
got 3
still.
points
I
last
think
week.
he's still a top. Oh wait, no, I think he did drop out.
Yeah, he got 3 points last week, so I doubt he is still in the top 10. But maybe if you're
Again,
in a pinch,
how tight end position is. He's still one of the top 12 tight ends in the league. So if you're in a 12-team league, I'm not starting him. I have him, but
man, these 4 games at 3:00 are good. I was gonna say, that I want to see this one, but honestly, red zone, you're gonna have a hard time. I want to see all 4 of these games. Pittsburgh at Green Bay.
Hold on, did we do Baltimore?
Yeah, I mean, I said
So the only one you're starting from Baltimore is
Mark Andrews.
Well, and what's his name? Jackson.
If you have Lamar Jackson, you need to be looking otherwhere.
Yeah, but see, he's going to get you 20 points every week.
I don't know if he did. I don't know if he did this last week. I think he got like 16. Again,
I got him. I'm starting him.
Okay, well, good luck. Against me?
No. I have Josh Allen against you.
I was about to say, go ahead. Please.
I have him in the 2 quarterback.
You have Lamar Jackson?
I have him in the 2 quarter.
In the 2 quarterback.
He's my super flex.
And the 2 quarterback, that's different. That's different.
He's my
but no, Pittsburgh at Green Bay. Pittsburgh has looked so bad, and man, my only hope is that we just stick to the game script that we did last week, baby.
20 passes,
20 passes to Najee,
15
20 passes to Chase Claypool. Just go. It's a steady diet of Najee and Claypool, and we lose. But hey. Whatever gets my job done.
So those 2 guys are the only ones you're starting, unless
thank God, because I've got him.
Unless Deante Johnson,
I think he's gonna play, and I think
he's another one. Monitors practice.
I think he's gonna play, and I think that is gonna hurt Chase Claypool, but I don't think it's gonna hurt Najee. I think the game plan from last week. I think that's Big Ben learned last week. If at all costs I'm about to get hit, I at least know this kid's gonna catch it.
And if he does that, bro, you will be absolutely right.
And I am a genius.
Be a genius.
And so I don't know about any other Pittsburgh.
But hold on, you're taking Green Bay, right?
I'm taking Green Bay in this because of how. Again, like I said, my game script is we're losing and check down to Najee.
I think T.J. Watt heard him re-aggravated that groin.
He didn't play last week.
Oh, he didn't even start.
He didn't suit up at all.
Okay.
So hopefully he
thought
plays.
He was gonna play. He must have been a game time.
It's gonna be an interesting game because I'm talking shit about Pittsburgh. They very well could come out and play well because Green Bay is on this strange. Listen, they were winning big on that Monday night game, or where they went Monday night. Was that last Monday night?
Yeah,
that they won. They were winning.
Detroit.
They were winning big.
No, Detroit was
San
winning.
Francisco. The San Francisco game.
That was this past week.
Oh, okay. That was this week.
2 weeks ago is when they played Detroit on Monday night, and it looked like Detroit was going to beat them.
I think I think that my point is Green Bay is up and down right now. So
Yeah,
it wouldn't
we've yet to
surprise
see
me.
a good game from
And
them.
6.5 is actually a lot of points for
It is.
as good of a caliber team as
I think
Pittsburgh
I still have
couldn't
to
be.
take Green Bay in the points. I'm
Yeah.
not nearly as scared of that one.
I hear you. So yeah, we're starting.
So you're starting Harris and
Devontae
Claypool, and then you're going to start Deante. Are you going to
Johnson
start
if-
Johnson if he plays?
if he plays.
Okay.
And then,
Green Bay, Aaron
Devontae
Jones,
Adams, Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers,
That's it.
Tanyan.
No.
Did you drop him?
No, I didn't drop him. But he's fucking. I'm starting Dawson Knox. I'm going a different direction.
Here's one of the reasons why Tanyan, he caught like 9 touchdowns last year. That's why it was such a good.
And I can see matchups maybe later on down the road that I go, okay, I think Tanyan will do better here. Or maybe Green Bay picks it up as the year goes on.
Right.
I'm just, as far as it goes right now, he has done jack shit for me.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot reward him by putting him back on the fucking lineup and saying, it's going to work this way.
Right. So just those 3.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to take Green Bay in the points.
Yeah. And then we go to
Is
the
your
night game. Oh, baby.
Oh, this is in prime time.
Oh, it's prime time. It's
Oh,
Sunday
shit.
night. It is
Oh,
Sunday
man.
night.
Well, the fucking NFL.
Oh, they know.
They're
they
like,
know.
oh, my.
What should we put on this night? Oh, this one. This one where he's gonna go back to New England and fucking put his dick out. He's gonna play the whole game with his penis hanging out of his pants.
junk hanging
I
out.
saw the report that said that. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Just to see.
Just to show you, like,
What was the Joe Rogan?
who's missing
the
me?
little shaft window?
Yeah, the little shaft window, the little pants
I'm
with
doing
just
it
the little
to be
tiny
cute
window.
for my friends.
And I definitely have them covering that 6.5 points. New England has not looked great to me, and Tampa Bay coming off that loss, they're going to come out. Listen, Tom Brady. Tom
gonna
Brady
be a
is
beatdown.
not going to lose this game.
No.
There is no, even if they got in some miraculous way, this offense of New England that hasn't looked very good. Hey, we're on to the Tom Brady portion, you sons of bitches. This isn't even funny anymore.
It's blasphemy.
We're talking about Brady, you folks. Now, if like the beat down that he's going to put on them, let's say they get up. Can you imagine Tom Brady on the sidelines going, I'm not losing at this. This is my house. I'm not losing at my house. And I think you start all Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
You start all Tampa Bay. I know New England's got a defense, and I know that Bill Belichick's going to try to plan for this. Trust me.
Start him. Yeah.
You start him. You start him. Brady's going to come. He's going to win this game. I don't know many New England. I mean, you could. I have Jacoby Myers, and
I think you probably start him,
it's crossing my mind. It's crossing my mind.
but he'd be the only one.
I can just smell. It's another one. I just smell Kansas City at Philly and Tampa Bay at New England. I smell blood. I smell they're gonna come in there and just fucking put their foot on the throttle. He's not gonna let up. This is gonna be an awesome game to watch because they're going to cut to him so much. You know these broadcasters are going to go to Brady again. There's going to be so much footage of him on the sidelines. I'm just going to slowly jerk off. I'm going to edge where I just, I come to the point and then I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to come to the point and I'm going to stop. It's just going to be the whole game. It's a long game, so it's going to be a real challenge for me. But Tampa Bay at New England, unbelievable. Can't wait. And then we're gonna go.
So you're taking Tampa Bay,
Of course, Tampa Bay, absolutely.
Me too.
By
Me
40,
too.
by 40.
Yeah. It might be the biggest blowout of the week.
Yeah, James White isn't gonna play, so maybe Jacoby Myers is a good idea. Other than that, on New
I
England,
think he'd be the
don't do it.
only one
Yeah,
that I
don't do
would
it.
start.
Yeah, the rest are dumpster fire. And then we're going to go to Monday night, which is going to be a great game.
it's
That
pretty
is Vegas at the Chargers.
Be high scoring.
High scoring. Justin Herbert, let's go, baby. Let's go. Herbert. But, I also have picked up a lot of these Vegas Raiders, and I still want to see the offense do well. I wouldn't mind a high-scoring game. I have nothing invested in the Chargers winning or losing. That doesn't matter to me. It actually would be better for me if this did turn into a shootout. So let's go Vegas. Let's go Chargers. Because if this turns into a high-scoring game, Justin Herbert could do really well for me. I think you're
taking the
starting.
Chargers?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers at home.
Giving up 3.5.
Man, they put their dick out there, and I really enjoyed it a lot of dick talk this week.
Yeah,
a lot of. I got dicks on the brain.
Yeah. Josh loves dicks.
That's a shirt. Now,
I'm going to take the Chargers too.
Yeah, that Kansas City game gave them a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
So
they're going to get better and better.
Yeah. And I think Vegas 3-0. Again, Denver being 4-0 and Vegas being 4-0.
Right.
I can't imagine those scenarios, but I'm starting.
Could you imagine if Vegas and Denver win and Kansas City loses? Casey would be 1-3. That'd be insane. Insane.
But I'm gonna start Mike Williams. I'm gonna start Keenan Allen. I'm gonna start Austin Eckler. I'm gonna start obviously Justin Herbert. I'm gonna. That's it on there. That's it on there. And then you're gonna start. You might start Derek Carr. He's had very good weeks in a row. I've got him as my backup now. I'm gonna roll with Justin Herbert, but I still think Derek Carr is not a bad option. Really hoping Josh Jacobs is gonna play.
Yeah, if he plays, I think I'm
going to play him.
If
he
not,
plays, I'm
Peyton
playing
Barber.
him. And it makes my whole question mark of Clyde Edwards-Helaire or
you don't have to
Javonte Williams. I don't have to play
but
that game at all.
If Jacobs doesn't play, then you can play Peyton Barber.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, you can't, but somebody can.
Do you start
Darren
Ruggs?
Waller?
Oh, I think so. Go
ahead and play.
Yeah, Darren Waller's
Ruggs?
stuck. I don't know. I haven't loved
Not
Ruggs.
confidently. Maybe flex.
Maybe if you need a help, Renfro's your guy.
I'm debating it, but I think that the Chargers are pretty good against
Bryan Edwards
receivers.
is my guy that I'm kind of like he's floating for me. He's that bench spot that I'm letting go, and maybe I'll go and pick him back up. He's that fish that I've caught a couple of times. I'm like, you again? I've already catch and released you.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll go back and get him again. We'll see what he does this week. I don't. If you're in a pinch, if you're in a deep 12-team league,
I think
Edwards.
I'd rather start Ruggs over Edwards.
Ruggs has been up and down. Yeah. No, I wanted to stop. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, I'm taking the Chargers at home. I think those are all the people that we got to start. So let's see. Anything else? Baseball's coming to an end here.
Yep.
And I thought we might talk a little bit. Looks like the wild card games are all but set. Toronto could fuck some things up.
I really want to see Toronto.
I know, and they've looked really good, and I would love to see them in that wild card game because in one game, who knows,
And what's whoever it is in that wild card game, I just hope they beat the shit out of the Yankees.
Yeah, well, and same here, dude. The Cardinals have been on a fucking run, and the Dodgers are, to me, the scariest team going into this playoffs. They got the
best pitching staff.
They have the best pitching. So if in one game you can get it done, I never thought I'd say the day because I've been raised to hate the Cardinals, but let's go Cardinals. I mean,
the Dodgers, San Francisco still has to hold them off in the division, but
San Francisco's got them, I think, by 2 or 3 games at this point. But San Francisco can get it done. They said
San Francisco has like an 80% chance to win it. But it's still...
But still, Cardinals and Dodgers will be a great game. I really am rooting for the Cardinals in that to take out the powerhouse of the Dodgers. It'll also just throw the whole thing off. Then the NL is who the fuck knows. Yeah. The Red Sox at Yankees, that's crazy that could be your wild card game. Yeah. And you're right. I hope the Red Sox beat the shit out of the Yankees because I feel comfortable against the Red Sox. I feel comfortable against both those teams, honestly. Neither of those teams are beating the Rays either, let's be honest.
The Yankees, they're playing good again.
Yeah, but they're not going to beat the Rays in a 7-game series.
I think they're the scariest team.
No, the Rays to me, the thing about the Rays is that now in the past, you've been like, okay, their lineup's okay. Nelson Cruz is a fucking wild card added to that team that I don't like. Yeah. I don't like that in a playoff game, they have 2 men on, and all of a sudden, who the fuck is up? Oh, shit. It's Nelson Cruz? Holy shit. I just think I think the Rays have a good chance, and I think we have a great chance, but we're going to have a tough game against the White Sox right off the bat. But let's go Astros. We're going to win the whole thing.
I sure hope so, but I'm not real confident.
Well, I am.
It's our pitching, bro.
I know. I actually hope Greinke's hurt and that he doesn't come back. I never thought I'd say that, but I just don't feel that comfortable with him. I also don't feel very comfortable with Fromber. Not gonna lie, Fromber gives up a lot of runs. I like Urquidy, and I think Urquidy has proven himself in the past. So I know that he's been coming back. I mean, he's also not as he's been coming back off of this, injury.
Is he coming back?
He'll probably be back for the playoffs, but I want him to stay in the pen. Yeah. I want him to stay in the pen. I want him to be our long relief guy. I'd love to go McCullers.
Wandy needs to get 2 starts, and Wandy needs to pitch. If Wandy why I keep calling him Wandy?
I don't know. You're like combining his name.
Yeah. If McCullers, Lance, I'm not even talking about the right dude. If Lance pitches well and we win his games, we have a shot.
Yeah, and listen, we can hit.
Where the hell did I get Wandy Rodriguez from?
I don't know. I was like, wait, are we going back? I thought you were making Juan Urquidy's name like one name. I don't know where that came from. Yorandi.
But I was talking about McCullers, and I said Wandy. Yeah, Wandy Rodriguez.
I think baseball is about to get good. The playoffs is the only time that I can't watch a lot of regular season baseball because it's just so fucking long. But I'm gonna get into it all of a sudden and be the biggest baseball fan ever here in the next couple of weeks, as I think most baseball fans are. The other thing I want to talk about: did you see Tyron Woodley got the tattoo of "I love Jake Paul" on his middle finger right here? What a pussy! Well, I hope I never see you in person because you would absolutely destroy me, but what a pussy. Why did you do this? No rematch is worth this, that you got another man that beat you. And can you imagine Mike Tyson getting beat by Evander Holyfield and being like, okay, I'll tattoo your name right here if it means that we can have a rematch.
So why did he do it? Was there a reason?
Because he said that's how he would agree to do the rematch. That's how Jake Paul was like, they did it in the ring after the fight. He said, let's run this back. Because they had a clause to where if Jake Paul lost, they would immediately do a rematch. But if Tyron Woodley lost, they didn't have that clause in there. So that young Jake Paul can move on to the next UFC star that doesn't know how to box. Actually, the frustrating thing about that fight is that Tyron Woodley does know how to box. He just has lost the killer instinct that he used to have. Tyron Woodley used to be a dude that knocked out Robbie Lawler and fucking knocked out Josh Koscheck and was a killer, was amazing. I mean, when he was a champion, it was amazing. He had that killer instinct. Kamaru Usman yanked it right out of him. He held him by the legs and he sucked his soul through his butthole into Kamaru Usman. He now has the power of 2 men, and he just never got it back. And he knocked Jake Paul back in that fight, and it really looked like, okay, this is going to be it. But Tyron Woodley just couldn't finish it off. And to go and get that tattoo, this is the inside of my middle finger. It doesn't have another man's name on it that has bested me in a fisticuffs. Unbelievable. But Deante Wilder and Tyson Fury, that's coming up October 9th. I'm fucking hyped. Let me just say this.
Boxing's so boring.
That fight's not, though. That fight is not. There's a lot that goes into that fight. The second fight, I hear you. Tyson Fury wiped the floor with him. In the rematch, Tyson Fury absolutely beat the fuck out of him. In the first fight, you can tell me whatever you want. Oh, Tyson Fury was coming back off of rehab and he was 400 pounds and he just lost a bunch of weight. Blah, 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 blah. Deante Wilder knocked him the fuck out in the 12th round. It was unbelievable. It was like out of a movie. That whole fight had been back and forth. You could say Tyson Fury had won more rounds based on just points, but in that 12th round, listen, in the UFC, somebody goes down like that, and you know what I'm talking about, right? Where he's laid out.
Well, boxing.
In the UFC,
he gets a 10 count.
That was a fucking 15 count. It was unbelievable how long that he counted for. He goes, 1. Hey, Deante, get back. Hey, get back. Seriously, get back in your corner. 2. Deante, seriously, you can't be out here. I'm in the middle of counting, sir. It's not fair that you're over here while he's down. I have to count. 3. I mean, it was fucking ridiculous. I hated it so much. It was absolutely a 10 count. You stole it from my man. I love Deante Wilder. This guy is not he's not a boxer. He's a fucking brawler.
Yeah,
he's a brawler.
But that second one, he almost he didn't know what to do.
No, he didn't. And if that goes on
jab?
again,
Oh, man.
if that happens again, it will be the same long show. But
I'm done with boxing.
yeah, and the frustrating thing about boxing is that they don't give us the fights that we want. But this is a fight that I want. I want to see this finished off.
What I feel every time I watch a boxing match now, I'm like, why isn't he fucking kicking him and trying to take him down?
Yeah, I know. Well, when you watch a lot of UFC, it is frustrating. It's like this isn't a
dumb.
fight.
This is like a pillow
fucking real fight.
Why are those gloves so big?
And it is funny to think like Jake Paul has done this against UFC fight. Like Ben Askren would fuck him up in a real fight.
Oh yeah.
Jake Paul? Oh my
yeah.
God. In a real fight,
because
Ben
he
Askren
just fucking
grabs
take him down and wrap him up, and he
grabs him and he takes him to the ground, and Jake Paul's like, please stop. Yeah. Please stop doing this. Please. Tyron Woodley too. Tyron Woodley would absolutely fuck. That's why when they were talking to his mom, this is what I really want. I want them to find a UFC star. I kind of want the Conor thing because Conor is crazy enough to do something that he's not supposed to. Conor is crazy. Well, I don't know if he would hurt the brand that way, but I think against Jake Paul, I think he might. I would just love to see him just in the middle of one of these little boxing matches throw a kick or fucking take him down.
You think it's hard for the UFC fighter to not kick?
I think so. Because
there's got to be instinct there,
I think not only not kick, but not to wrap up. Not to at least like turn this a little bit into a grappling or a little bit of pushing you back, because all in their sport they really want to get you up against the cage. That's a big goal, is to push you back up against the cage. Yeah. Pushing you up against the ropes doesn't necessarily do the same thing. You almost, I mean, did you see Anderson Silva and Titor Ortiz? Did you watch them fight? Oh my God!
I might.
No, they did a celebrity boxing recently. And Anderson Silva knocked him face down like a fish. Tito Ortiz, unbelievable knockout.
I never liked Tito.
Well, Anderson Silva too is a totally different. We're not Tyron Woodley, Ben Askren. These guys were not boxers. Yeah. They were wrestlers that learned boxing in the MMA world. Anderson Silva is a world-class striker. And that's what Uncle Dana keeps calling for that. He's like, Jake Paul, fight Anderson Silva. I fucking dare you. I dare you to fight Anderson.
And then Tito, so outmatched in that. Because Tito was a fucking ground and pound brawler.
Yeah, I don't understand why he took it. But he was bigger. He also fought bigger than Anderson did. So maybe he thought size-wise. But Anderson's Jake Paul size. Oh, I'm telling you, I want the Jake Paul show to keep going because I think it's entertaining. So don't fight Anderson Silva because he will put an end to all of this. He will just knock you clean the fuck out. And I mean, he's so good at boxing. Like Tito backed him up against the ropes, and he just he did so much head movement, and then bink, just moved out of the way and just laid him the fuck out. It was amazing.
I'll have to go watch that.
Yeah, you got to watch it. It's also the first round too, so it's going to take you it's going to take you like a minute and a half to see the whole thing. All right,
that's it.
Hour 7 minutes. We're keeping them at an hour. We're doing good. We got a little crazy there at the end. I didn't expect us to go so boxing.
Well, we started a little bit off, and then we ended a lot. So if we would have just stuck to the game,
we're gonna try to stick to the game plan. But also, you can't hold me down, okay?
I can't be caged.
I'm a choo-choo train with wings. You've never even seen something. I'm Back to the Future 3. I'm a train that's going on a track, but at any moment I will fucking lift off and we'll fly around, and I'll go back to fucking the Old West if I have to. But thanks for checking us out. We're gonna try this 2-a-week thing, and thanks. Peace out.
Thanks, DraftKings.